Hey there friends, welcome back. It's Belinda here. Saturday morning means Margarete Miller Challenge Day. So let's get cracking on this latest one. This is week 10 of the Margarete Miller Collage Assignments. So let's go over the prompts. We have a piece of furniture and I have already pre-cut out this lovely leather couch. An advertisement. I've gone with this one here for this desk lamp. A scrap of sheet music. I've got a piece out of my old music book here. Fire or smoke. This image of the fireplace. Something that hangs on a string or a cord. This took me a wee while to find, and I was actually really happy to find this image of a telephone. It was sitting on a chair, so I've fussy cut it out. Unfortunately, it does mean that the cord, there's no way I am going to or should try and fussy cut around the spiral of the phone cord. But that's my something hanging on a cord is the receiver hanging from the phone. I thought that was quite a fun one for that prompt. And bonus is typewriter text, and I've typed out a little bit down here on the bottom of this. So I don't know whether you can tell kind of the direction I'm heading in for this little scenario. You may be able to, because I feel it's somewhat obvious by what I've chosen. But let's get into it. I'm first going to tear off this side because it's a little bit wide for my page. I think that should be about right. Hopefully I haven't taken too much, but it'll be fine. Okay, so that fits nicely there now. So I'm going to have to play around because I really want this title Forsaken in the spread. I've chosen this page specifically for my little story that I've got going on. So our couch is going to go somewhere, our phone somewhere, everything's going to go somewhere, isn't it? Let's cut out the advertisement. So I think I want to leave the advertisement intact just to show that it is actually an advertisement rather than fussy cut out a part of it. So I'm just going to whip around the outside of the ad. How are you all today? How's your weekend going? Is it off to a great start? I hope it is. I hope you have something fun or relaxing or both planned. Recharge the batteries over the weekend. As you watch this, if you watch it on Saturday, I will be away on holiday. So I imagine my day will be off to a nice relaxing and fun start. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. That's what I'm anticipating. Nice relaxed start to the day. Hubby cooking me breakfast, which he normally does. He does most of the breakfast cooking because we have cooked breakfast every day. Eggs on toast during the week and buckwheat porridge at the weekends. So it will be a buckwheat porridge day. Okay, so straight away I have an issue because this is too wide and it covers my title. So I might just narrow down this ad a little bit. Take off the parts. I'm going to lose part of a word. Oh well, it is what it is. It will be fine. I might end up covering that anyway with the couch or something. How are we going? I think we could still lose a bit more. Let's trim this side down a bit. And still maintaining the integrity of it being an ad. Just giving it a wee haircut, if you like. So I kind of want that up towards the top, like so. The couch, and the phone's going to be somewhere like that. Right, we have our fireplace here, and I'm not sure exactly how much of it I want, so I'm going to take it in stages. I'm going to cut across where the white is. That's the first obvious move. So that, discard that bit. I'm thinking there's a edge of a wall here, and I'm thinking I'm just going to go, do I want to go up that or do I want to go round, because the hearth comes out to here, so maybe we'll go hearth there and around the little decorative pottery there. So I'm going to cut out the wood bin's going to be removed, and then round the edge of that pot and then up the wall. So we've got a funky shadow there from the wood basket, but that's all right. So not using that bit. So I want it in behind the couch somehow. I'm actually going to trim it. I might change my scissors, and I'm going to bring it in even further, and it is going to eliminate that shadow. Now change to my big scissors and going to cut it even with the end of the mantelpiece there, because I like the idea of this sitting over top of our ad. Okay, how's that looking? It's looking pretty good. Bring it up a little bit. So can you see the scene that I'm setting? We've got a fireplace, we've got a lamp, we've got a couch and a telephone. So we're doing a cozy little living room scene. I think for this side, I'm just going to tear that down kind of about there, I think. Because I quite like that plant there. We could even take that across a little bit more. Oh, and do you notice something? I've completely obscured the title of the song that I wanted. So that's not going to work, is it? We need to rethink my... I guess it doesn't matter if I end up covering it, but let's see what we can do about not covering it. So maybe we want to put... There is a reason why I want that word. It's not just a random... we could put that at the bottom of the hearth. Kind of gives it some sense of place, and then it drapes down so it connects those two pieces. I like that. So I'm going to come in here and tear off the top. I'm probably off camera, so let's bring it down a little bit. Tear off the top of this. I'm going to lose the top of the bottle on the mantelpiece, and that's okay. Got to lose something somewhere. Right. Okay, now I also need to think about where I'm going to tuck my prompts for this one. I don't have anywhere obvious right now. I do need to trim it down, and I need to grab out my typewriter text. I need a new ribbon, and the red works better than the black on the ribbon that's in it, so I typed my little piece in red. I don't know if you can read it. I'll read it out soon. Right, that top needs to be straightened because it's not straight. And lose a bit off the side. Okay. It's those bits, and I think I might hand cut our typewriter text. Okay, so I'm reasonably happy so far. I think there's enough text on the ad to let us know that it is actually an ad. Okay, just kind of fussying around. In fact, we could bring our music paper down a bit. Might give us a little bit more room maybe. Trouble picking up the little pieces. Maybe I could bring that across there. No, I prefer it over that side. Maybe I bring the couch down even lower. Do I want it that low? Sitting on the back of the couch? No, it feels too distant. Even with the phone connecting the two pieces. It feels like just a bit far away. So we'll bring that up there. We've got our title nicely in there. Where do we want to tuck this? Do I want to just glue it on? Down here somewhere. Okay, I think we're just going to glue it on. So I do need to trim off a bit of that music paper now that I've shifted it. Let's just do that. Don't need a lot off, just a bit. And I noticed my phone dinged, which means I have not put it on Do Not Disturb. So I'm filming a lot earlier in the day than what I typically early. It's only just gone 9 AM. So obviously I'm not kind of in my rhythm to do things like putting the phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay, so that's going to tuck in under there, maybe just hang down a little. I like that. And our typewriter text, the final piece de resistance. Just going to give it a little sort of curvy outline. I think I'm going to ink it too, just so it stands out a little bit more, because the downside of typewriter text is it is quite small. So where's my ink pad gone? Oh, I shifted it because I didn't think I'd be needing it for this video, but you know, there we go. Let's just give it a little ink around. I don't know whether it's going to make a difference, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, so this is our phone here, and it's obviously off the hook, and so I've typed out this little phrase, hello, are you still there? Hello. And that's going to be like the person on the other end of the phone. It's like you've just walked away and left the phone hanging, and that's why I've got the title Forsaken. I was looking for something that would kind of like back up the story that somebody was talking on the phone, they've gone somewhere and just left the phone hanging and left this person on the other end of the phone forsaken. Does that make sense? I think so. Well, in my head it does. So let's kind of shift everything and rebuild. Hopefully I can get everything in the right place. Oops, my music is not straight, so we'll try and straighten that. Right, I am just going to go in and, without shifting this, put glue around the edges. So I'm not going to lift it up entirely. Just gonna, it doesn't matter if the whole thing's not glued down. It's not super important to have it secured like you would for a piece of ephemera for a junk journal, for example, where you don't want things flapping around unless it's by design. This is not going to go anywhere. It's in a book. It's going to be flat most of the time. It's not super important to get it secured down on all points. So we're just going to kind of hit the edges a little bit, and particularly the corners. Yep. If my glue comes out of my bottle, that is. So that's, I'm going to call good. Right, I put the ad down. So the story with the ad, I'm leaving it as an ad, which may seem a bit random in our little scene, but I have an explanation for that. They are, the people in this house are after a new lamp for their house, and they're not quite sure what design to go for. So they found this big advertisement poster of a lamp they were considering, and they've brought it home and they've hung it in their lounge just to get a feel for how they like the look. I know, it's a bit of a stretch, but it's my story, and that's the way I'm telling it. So that's the ad, that poster ad that they've found, that they're just trying out to see whether they like that style for their living room. So that's going to go there. I could have made anything into a pocket for our little prompt list, but I didn't want it to obscure the ad or things like that, so I thought just putting it down the bottom will be fine. Feel like I'm all fingers and thumbs today. My hands are cold. It is really cold this morning. The sun's out, beautiful day outside, but it is really cold. Autumn has come with a vengeance. It really has. Okay, so this is going to go down here somewhere. Just want to make sure I get my placement correct. So I want that sitting kind of in front of the hearth. Maybe up a little bit like that, and I just need to place those so I make sure I get this kind of in the right place without obscuring the week. Do I want to put it over there? No, I feel like it needs to go over this side for whatever reason. It just seems to make my eye happier. Sometimes there's no rhyme or reason, it's just what feels right at the moment. And that's not always the right way either. Sometimes you look back and go, that wasn't the best option, but it doesn't really matter. Just choose, make it straight. It's very close in colour to the music, isn't it? Okay, so the phone's going to be last. So I want it right at the beginning of Sweetheart and just on the edge of the ad. So using things on my page to work out where I'm going to put it back down. It's a good tip to try and keep your composition fairly close to what you had planned. Put it right up against the Sweetheart there. That's close enough. Okay, our phone. I think I'm just going to do the phone itself rather than try and put it down all in one hit, because it's, you know, very floppy and prone to not putting it down straight. I'm going to put that part down. And then I'm going to lift up this and then glue the rest. That's the safest way, because I know I'll end up with it twisted and bent and buckled and goobered up if I tried to put it down all in one hit. There we go. It's not quite where I'd planned, but it's close enough. It's fine. It's kind of on the floor in front of the couch. And then last thing is our little typewriter words. Hello, hello, hello. We were just talking a minute ago. Where have you gone, woman? Come back. I'm still here. Hello? That's not the words. It's just you know, me playing. Okay, there was our typewriter words. So that is week 10. Let's make sure we've got everything that's on the prompt list. Piece of furniture, the couch. Advertisement, the lamp. Scrap of sheet music. Fire, something that hangs on a string or a cord. And the typewriter text. We are done. And I think that's rather fun. I think it's the story that makes it fun. For me, it is the story. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic weekend, my friends. And I will be back again with another video on Monday. It is pre-recorded as well, so there will be a video on Monday. Take care, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye.